out to everyone. Shout out to all the people out there. Shout out to all the women. Shout out to all the men. Big up yourself. Blessing to each and every one. Alright, today we're going to talk about the power of the woman part 2. This is part 2. Last night we talked about the power of the woman in the garden, part 1. So you can go check back out that video and you can get the update. But anyhow guys, the power of a woman lies within the woman herself. A lot of women today don't understand their power and their value. First, you got to value yourself and you got to understand the power that you possess. Last night I was mentioning in the live last night that the woman is so powerful but they don't know. One way you could know how powerful the woman are is by she transforming from the physical, from the spiritual to the physical. She bring us here through her womb. She bring us here. Without the woman, we cannot come into this realm. So we was talking about that last night. So you guys could go and check out that live on my channel. But the woman is so powerful in so many ways, but they don't understand their power. And why they don't understand their power is because of the teaching, the way you've been brought up. Everything you know is what someone told you. You didn't brought up in a way where you experience and you learn from what you experience. You brought up in a way where everything you know, you've been taught in school, Sunday school, your mother, your grandparents, your uncle, it all been taught. So before you get to experience anything, you already get an answer already. And instead of you get into the thinking mode, what you do, you accept everything you've been taught. And the thing about it is, you can't blame the woman for that because it's life. And if your mother talking to you, then your mother telling you, make sure you respect your elders and all these type of stuff. So now you respecting your elders and you listening to your elders. But most of the things your elders telling you is what was passed on to them. And everything that was passed on to them wasn't always correct. Some of it was misleading to mislead us from the truth. So the real power that the woman have, she don't know it. And how could you find this power? You gotta look within you. You gotta look within yourself. You gotta search within you. Most of the time, you find yourself searching out there, or you waiting for somebody to give you this power. No, you was born with the power. You already possess the power, but you don't know how to activate the power. Now, you got to search within yourself and find truth. No one gonna give you the truth. Don't believe out there someone gonna tell you, oh, this is how it works. No. Find truth through you, through your experience, through what you see and what you learn. That's how you find truth. But the woman is so powerful, but they don't know. And some of them fall for it's so sad. All I'm asking, check your value. Understand that before we get on this earth, we pass through the womb of the woman. So understand the power of a woman. But over the years, I understand the teaching. And the teaching was always to mislead you from yourself. That's why you have to go back to yourself and find yourself, because the teaching was always to take you from yourself and place you somewhere and present you with something different, something new that you don't know about. No, you grow up in this world today and you just accept all the teaching. From the time you come out your mother womb, remember, no one never tells you when to use the bathroom. No one never tell you when you're hungry. As a baby, 1 day old, no one never tell you these things. Hey, God desire for me, how you doing? Good to see you. Yes, no one never tell you you need to use the bathroom. No one never tell you you need to eat. You already know these things. Anytime you feel discomfort, what you do, you cry. So you're born with these instincts already. But guess what? The teaching, the teaching is will take you away from yourself. You see yourself when you're born with your innocent. You're born with your innocent. But they take you away from yourself and give you this teaching. So you learn in Sunday school, you learn in school, you learn from your grandparents, you learn from your uncle. But all these things they've been telling us is what someone told them and pass it down as traditional. But at the end of the day, you did not experience these things. And the sad thing today, people will give up what truth that they experience for traditional, for things because their grandmother said it or their parents said it, meaning that's it. No. This is why the new generation today, they think. You can't tell them the things our grandparents used to tell us. The kids of today, the children of today want you to prove and tell. They want you to prove what you're saying. Yes, thank you. They want you to prove what you're saying. We wasn't asked, you know what, in my growing up, you wasn't allowed to voice your opinion. You wasn't allowed to voice your opinion. Anything the elder said, that's it. You cannot voice your opinion. You cannot say anything. But we all know where that come from. That come from a place where our ancestors couldn't speak, couldn't say anything. All they had was to say yes, yes sir, yes sir. It couldn't be no. So they grow up in that form. So this is how the woman loses herself. You are powerful. Access that power within you. It's in you. Don't go. You're not gonna find it in a church. You're not gonna get that power in a church, because what they tells you in church is take you away from yourself and point to something else. Instead of we look within ourselves, what we do, we look outwards. And we got to look within. That's where we are. The body is just a temple. You live in the body. The spirit lives in the body. The body is the home. So that's where you got to turn. You got to turn to within, inside. Find yourself. Find the true power. Because you give it up. Not that you give it up, you don't know better. Because of the teaching and the traditional that your mother and your grandparents and your uncle, all them learn these things. And that's what they pass on to you. And they didn't learn them, they were taught. People, they were taught these things and they pass it down to you. No, you reach to a stage now where you have a mind. You have to think for yourself. You cannot just be accepting, not even the kids, the little babies today is asking questions. There's babies today is asking questions. But there's older people today who If you tell them certain thing they don't want to hear, or they don't want to hear, because they already get caught up with the teaching and they believe everything about it. So what they experience, they don't care about what they experience. I'm just gonna believe what, and this messed up. It takes us away from ourselves. And the woman, I'm gonna keep saying, find yourself. You are a blessing. You are powerful. But you only could know that if you find yourself. If you find yourself, you're gonna see how powerful you are. If you find yourself, you're gonna see how great you are, instead of depending on people to tell you how great you are. Find yourself. Do not look too much in the physical, because the physical, all the physical shows you is lies, deceitfulness, envy, jealous, hatefulness. That's what you see. When you look within yourself, you find truth, love, because you're looking with your spiritual eye and not the physical eye. So I'm not going to go too long tonight again, but I'm going to do a series on this. Woman, you are great. Men, stop underestimating the woman. Don't get me wrong. There's some woman who already, I don't even know, I don't even want to say it. But don't get me wrong. I don't want to say it that, the wrong way. But there's a woman who already standing there way already, and ain't nothing gonna change them, whether they're wrong, whether they're right. Thank you, God desire, thank you, appreciate that. Yes, whether they're wrong, whether they're right, they just stuck in their ways, not even trying to bend, which there's men the same way too. Stuck in their ways and not even trying to bend, to compromise, to learn, to understand. It is what it is. This is what my grandparents tell me, and that's it. I'm not willing to learn anything more. But remember this, ladies, you are blessed. And some of you is very stubborn. And the only thing I can say, find yourself. Find yourself. And whenever you find yourself, you will find truth. You will find the greatness that you possess. You look in the wrong place for this. You looking outside. You looking into the world. You looking into your so-called friends. You look into your so-called enemies. You got to look within yourself to find yourself. Start meditating. Start thinking for yourself. Some people consider independence. Oh, I'm independent. And what is independent for them is because they have a job and they could maintain themselves. That's you independent in the physical. You independent in the physical, but you're not independent in the spiritual. Yes, you could get up and go out there and buy what you want. But in the spiritual, you still have to find yourself, which is the truth. And this is not to knock any man. This is not about knocking men, because I'm going to do a series also with men, because there are great men as well. And I was doing last night that there's great women that men hold back. Also, there's great men that women hold back. So I'm going to do a series on that as well. But right now we're focusing on the woman and trying to get the woman to find herself and find the power within and find how powerful they are and stop depending on people to find the truth. Stop depending on people for the truth. The truth lies within you. All right? The truth lies within you. Look through nature. Search nature. Nature reveals a lot. Look at the animals. Look at the birds. Look at the lion. Look at the tiger. Look at the plants. Everything connected. Everything need water. They all need water. They all need air. They all need sunlight. So observe them and you will start to see yourself. Look through nature, look within yourself, and you will start to find yourself. Look through nature, look within yourself, and you will start finding yourself, finding truth. You're not gonna get truth out there. You're gonna get deceit, lies. That's what you're gonna get. The truth is always there. The truth is there. But we search the wrong place for the truth. But the truth is there. But we search, we depend on men to give us the truth or tell us the truth. No, men will never tell you the truth. If there's, let me explain this to you. Do you believe that if men had the key to the truth, you think they're gonna let you know? You think it's gonna be that easy to let you know? Check how the war goes on today and see if men will reveal the truth to you. No, you will never know the truth if you're depending on mankind. The people who know the truth is the one they just get against. That's the one they fight against. That's the one they pressure. Because they're enlightening people. And sometimes you might feel like the people is trying to take you away from. No, they're enlightening you. And anyhow they start enlightening you, that's a problem. So you will never find the truth out of a man's mouth about life and where your strength lies. You as an individual have to access that truth within yourself. Meditate. You have to meditate. You have to throw off this garment. You know what is your garment? Not your clothes. It's your body. You got to shake off this body because this body is what hindering you from being spiritual. So sometimes how you do that, you got to go in the form of spiritual, meditation. You got to throw everything behind. When they tell you throw the weight off your shoulder, all that is metaphor. These are metaphors they're telling you. Throw the weight off your shoulder, meaning get in the form of the Spirit. How you get in the form of the Spirit? In the form of meditating. Meditation is important. Some people say it's hard to meditate. Maybe it is. But if you don't try, you will never know. If you don't try, many people meditate in different ways because some people meditate through drums, like they hear the drums beating. You understand? Some people meditate through that. Some people meditate because the drum, what the drum do, it take them away from the wall. So they listening to the song and the vibration, and that gonna put them in the zone. That helped take them into the zone where they could meditate. Some people like to hear pan beating because that put them in the zone to meditate. Some people like to be quiet. So everyone have their own way of getting into meditation. So you have to find yours. No one can find it for you. You got to find yours. All right? I just want to say, guys, this is part 2 at the power of the woman. This is part 2, part 3 gonna be coming up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe, because we all about nature. We all about natural. We all about growing our food natural. We all about connecting to nature. We all about observing nature and see life through nature. So if that's what you're interested into, learning about the natural, we all could conversate about the natural. You are welcome here anytime. All right, we teach how to grow food. We show you how to grow food. We show you many things. So I just want to say tonight again, you welcome God desire for me. Just want to say thank you guys again for the support. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. You got to let me know that you enjoying this topic. So if you enjoying this topic, I can continue. All right, so hit that like button. Hey LP, how you doing? Yes, LP, we don't get it ready to wrap it up because it's dark. But yes, we basically shouting out the woman, and we're trying to let the woman know how powerful they are and stop depending on people to let you know, to tell you, you know, you got to find out how powerful you are. Because even though I'm telling you tonight, you still got to find how powerful you are. All right, LP, all right, all right. You still got to find how powerful you are. And, you know, sometimes we try to hold on traditional. Like our grandparents tell us this, our grandfather, our great-grandparents tell us this. But sometimes there's a lot of things we can learn from them, but there's a lot of things we also got to question. Because you got to remember who was teaching them. Who was teaching them? You check what I'm saying? You have to remember who was teaching your grandparents. So at the end of the day, you want to experience things for yourself. You want to learn things for yourself. So you know, so you could get more clarification of what life is. We all could sit here and we all could have a bunch of conversation about what is life, why we here. We could have all this conversation, but we wouldn't know. The only how we could know, we got to find our true self and connect to the true source of life. And that's how. Exactly, LP. Yes, you learn from all resources, not just what you've been told. No, you have to learn from the experience, your experiment, what you grow up. You grow up and you know if you put your hand in the fire, it burns. That you know that for a fact. So nobody can tell you anything different. You know that. You see, and this is what it is. You have to know things. A lot of things we don't even know. We only been taught because we never experienced it. We never saw it. We just been taught and we was told to believe. You see what I'm saying? A lot of things we was taught to believe. Don't question. Don't question anything. Just believe. But the age today, the children of today, you cannot tell them that. They're going to question you regardless. You cannot just tell them, oh, don't ask me no question. You know, like, You know, you growing up and you try to ask your parents certain thing and they, oh, don't ask me no question. How could you evolve? If yes, check what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, guys, thank you all for coming out, and we're gonna continue this series. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night. Peace. All right, LP. Blessing.